Grand Nubian sunrise, everybody. How are all my beautiful butterflies doing? I hope that everybody's blacknificent, afronificent, groovy, great, dandy, however you want to be doing it, as long as it's positive. You guys, I just got back in. Excuse me, this throat thing. I sound just terrible. So, anti-who's and anyways, I just got back in and I have to pop out again. So, but I wanted to bring you guys something that Spirit brought to me this morning. I was driving down the street and I was listening to some smooth jazz, and Spirit began to talk to me. So I had to turn that jazz off because I like to hear what Spirit has to say so that I can share it and hopefully enrich the lives of others. So, you guys, I'm driving down the street and Spirit begins to talk to me. And I started noticing that my camera's crooked. Something's a little off here, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm just anal that way. That's how I'm set. Anti-was in anyway. I want to talk to parents and to children who are like 16, 17, and 18 years old. Parents, over my 53 years, I have noticed that parents like to say, oh, when you get 18, you need to get out of here. And a lot of times our 16, 17, and 18-year-olds are thinking, when I turn 18, I need to get out of here. I need to do my own thing, get my own place, and da-da-da-da-da, thinking that everything's going to be wonderful. Allow me to present to you the beginnings of poverty. You know, the best time of your years are when you are in your parents' home. And parents, I'm not letting y'all off the hook because you guys should stop saying these things to your children. You're placing seeds in their heads. When you get 18, you need to get out of here. You've got to go. You shouldn't say those things. You're planting seeds in their heads that tell them, okay, I've got to get out of here at 18. They start to suffocate. And I'm telling you guys this from experience because I had to leave home at 16. They start to suffocate and the anxiety sets in and they begin to work. Minimum wages does not. Minimum wages does not. Minimum wages does not, and yes, I'm saying it for a third time. It does not supply enough finances for you to live appropriately. Many of us live in the areas where we have to drive. There's no public transportation. So you're putting your 18-year-old out there. And so now they have to try to pay rent. And you 18-year-olds who are hot in your butt, because I've talked to a lot of 18-year-olds and I've talked to a lot of young people through my children and my children talking to them. And they've moved out because they want to do things that they should not be doing and later on pay a price for it. So I take back the hot in your butt. I don't want to be rude, but a lot of people are thinking that they're grown at 18. The country grants you the myth of being grown. You have become an adult at 18, and I don't think that should be the age limit. I really don't. So parents, stop it. Stop telling your children they need to be out there because you're pushing them into poverty. So here's my plan of recommendation. You have an 18-year-old in your home, right? You know that your child has, well, right about 16, 17. Sit down and have a talk with your child and say, look, as long as you plan to work and save your money for the future so that when you do move out, you'll have some money and you'll be able to support yourself. You won't have to live paycheck to paycheck. As long as you're working or going to school, educating yourself, you can stay home. You can stay home, but you're not going to be sitting up on my couch eating my food doing nothing. Okay? You've got to be doing something. You have to become a productive citizen. Okay? So, 18-year-olds, now I want to directly talk to you, 17, 18-year-olds. Do you know that the greatest time of your life, financially, is when you're in the home with your parent? You're not paying rent. And if you have a vehicle, more than likely your parents helped you to get that vehicle. If they're like me, you have gotten your vehicle on your own and you're making your own payments, because I want you to be a responsible, productive citizen. And if you need help, that's fine and dandy. But you have to think in terms of, okay, I'm at mom and dad's house. I'm working. I'm not making the greatest paycheck in the world. But my mindset is, I know that one day I have to move out. And hopefully that day will be 7 years from now. I'm talking to you 17 and 18-year-olds. You take your money and you start to multiply that money. Now, here's where a lot of parents and children have problems. Parents don't give their child a bill, and they think that the child has the mind to be responsible enough to know when they need help. That's what family communication is all about. Talk to your child. And to my little teenagers, your parents aren't taking your money. Because as I get further in, you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay, so back to my little 17 and 18-year-olds. You're working. Some of you are after school. Some of you have a job. You take your money and you begin to save. You want to invest. There's direct deposit. So you want the majority of your money going into your savings. Hopefully you have your little check-ins, because you have to know how to balance out your checkbook and things of that, like that nature, for the future. I wouldn't recommend you getting a credit card, but I do recommend you opening an IRA. If you go to your bank, credit union, open up an IRA. You can have some money going from your check, from your direct deposit, directly into that IRA. And that will be building money for your future. More than likely, you don't have a full one on your job yet. So, I'm sorry, my little 17, 18-year-old. I keep calling you guys little. You're that little. I'm sorry. My 17 and 18-year-olds. As I stated, the greatest time of your financial life is when you're in the home with your parents. So although you're saving and you're building on your IRA, go to your mom and dad and say, Mom, Dad, how can I help in the household? Can I pay the trash bill? Can I help with the light bill? Can I buy groceries? So you're learning how to be responsible, but you're also learning how the village works. The village is a family, a network of people working together, a nuclear family working together, building. Okay, so your financial goals, you're saving, you have your IRA building up for the future, you're helping at home. Don't be a shopaholic. Don't be a shopaholic. Now, the one thing I noticed is that people like to shop. If you check out the video before this one, you'll learn how to save money, you'll learn how to be organized, and you'll learn how to keep a neat closet. So, it's not good to spend up everything you have. And it's not good to always, everybody likes something nice. You can buy quality things without spending a whole lot of money. Learn your materials. Do some research on how you can buy quality materials that can last you a long time. A long, long time. Declutter, declutter, girl, declutter. So um, there's certain materials that can last you a long time. And you don't have to buy anybody's name to stamp yourself with. You're not chattel. You're not cattle. So why would you have to be branded? I'm just saying. Okay? So you start there. You have your savings. You have your IRA money. You're helping your parents. Now, here's the thing. I know young people like to shop. Y'all like to buy clothes and different things. Every 3 to 6 months, the third month or the sixth month, splurge a little on yourself. Don't go overboard. Just say, oh, buy me 3 outfits or whatever. And then that way you won't feel as if, you're getting depressed because I'm working, I'm just saving, I'm just putting this money here and blah, blah, blah. I think the most is $500. I know clothes are expensive, which is why I'm telling you to find quality materials. I love linen. Oh, child. I love linen. I love me some linen. Linen ain't cheap unless it's cheesy. But I'm learning. Just as I'm teaching you, I'm learning. Spirit is guiding me so that I may guide you. So once you have that money, you'd be surprised at what you can save in 7 years. You'd be surprised at what your IRA can save in 7 years. Really, honestly. So parents, please stop putting your children out at 18. My 17, 18-year-olds, stop trying to jump up. You are an adult. You are not grown, as my 24-year-old says. He says he's an adult. He's not grown. And society will try to put you in that grown place where you don't belong. You don't belong there. Because if you move out of your parents' house, this is what I was waiting to get to. You move out at 18. Now you have to be responsible for rent. You sign a lease with your name on it. When that lease is up, your rent increases. Your wages may not have increased enough to cover that rent. Also, you have a vehicle. You'll be making a payment. You'll be making a payment. And at the age of 17, 18, you're a brand new driver. And your insurance is going to cost you. It won't be cheap because you're a brand new driver, so they think that you're reckless. So your insurance is going to jump off $300, $400. Some people more. Ooh, and don't get a ticket hunted. Insurance goes up, 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 and away. I'm trying to do my eyebrows going up, 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 and away. But yeah, and so now you're working for rent and vehicle payment and vehicle insurance. You have to be insured to drive. Then you'll be fending for yourself for food, and you won't be wearing all those name brand clothing that you like because you won't be able to afford it. Not only that, imagine how much money you can save if you don't buy that $500, $600 belt, $1,500 purse. That's money that could be going towards your future. Okay, so let me get to the good part. You know how you guys like to watch television? You like to stream or whatever? That means you'll either be paying a cable bill or an internet bill. They are not cheap. You have your cell phone bill, possibly a home phone bill. And hunty, light bills are not something to play with. neither is the price of petroleum, gasoline. So while you're thinking about, I'm grown, I'm 18, I need to move out, start to think about what I'm telling you. And for my girls, and some of my guys who move girls in with them, you move somebody in with you, you don't know what that person's morals are. You don't know if that person's going to go to work. You don't know if that person is going to be willing to help to share those bills. But while you're sexing and giggling and everything feels wonderful, you can have an accidental pregnancy. I'm not going to say accidental because children were meant to be here. You could become pregnant. Guys, you could get a young lady pregnant. Now you have another mouth to fill. Babies are not cheap, hunty. Let me tell you. It was different when I had my children. I could walk in the store, buy 3 onesies for 99 cents. They came in a pack of, 3 onesies, 99 cents. I could get sleepers for $1. Little outfits were not expensive and they were really cute. But hunty now. Oh, and Pampers. Child, I did diapers, but I had 2 booties and Pampers at the same time. My sons are 21 months apart. I had 2 booties. I was doing diapers. And I want to give honorable thanks to a wonderful woman named Miss Angie. Because hunty, if not for her bringing them loves and whatever over to my house, it wasn't my brand of choice. But baby, when you can't afford to buy those diapers like that, Pampers, I used diapers with the pins and everything, and I was washing them. But you take your child out in the street with them diapers on, and that booty gets stank, and you wish you had a Pamper. So I was alternating both. And Pampers were $14.99, $19.99 then. And I had to buy 2 different sizes. So the more your baby grows, the less Pampers are in the box. So you're buying them more often. But honey, I saw the price of Pampers recently and I'm like, baby need a job. Baby need a job. So baby need 3 jobs. So I just wanted to express that to you guys and hope that you'll take away the lesson that I'm trying to teach you. And the reason why I'm teaching you this is because Spirit taught me to teach it to you. And Spirit gave me a flashback. Y'all, I'll be the queen of the flashback. I was watching HGTV some years ago. And I believe Spirit be making me roll back those curtains and flashback to these things. And there was a young lady. And this young lady, I believe she was 38. And yes, I'm calling her young because I'm older. I was older then. Anti-who's and intuites. She started looking for her first house out in California. I can't remember exactly the area. Spirit, the Bay Area. San Francisco? Yeah, Bay. So she was looking for a home. And she had stayed with her parents. She was going to school. And I believe she had her master's, but she was going for something else. And she was working as well. She managed to save $85,000 while living at home with her parents. Her sister was also living in the home with her parents. Those girls were saving money. Well, what happened? She went out and she started looking for a house. Do you know that when you're looking for a house, what is it? I think it used to be, what's the percentage you have to put down now? It's like 20, 30%, 40%, something like that. Okay, so she was looking for a house. And they were taking her to look at how she saw a lot of houses. And honey, they didn't suit her. And the parents said, well, you can stay here until you save more money. How many of y'all know that she was not a sister? Nor was she Caucasian. See, other people get the ideal. They get it. And no, she was not Hispanic. Other people get the ideal. They know what it's like out there as adults. So they want their children to do better, to have better. And that's what I have taught my children down throughout the years. And now I'm here to teach you, parents, and you about to be labeled adult children. We have to learn balance so we can break the chains of poverty. Poverty. Ooh, I'm having issues with my P words today because I was trying to say positive. And hunty, it came out something awful. The anti-who's and anti-ways. Hear me out. So we need to break those chains of poverty. We need to stop the cycle of poverty. You should want to see your child do better. Not, oh, I had it hard and I had to struggle, so you need to get out there and do it too. That is not. That is not. That is not how this is supposed to work. I want my children and my children's children and their children to do better than I did. That's my mindset. And that is my goal. It is my job to see that my children do better than I did. They can stay here till they get 50, 60 years old. As long as I have a roof, they have a home. Will I be here? Hopefully. But if not, still, as long as I have a roof, they have a home. And I want them to save so that when they do leave, they don't have to struggle or be in poverty. They don't have to struggle. You're 18, you're grown. Make your own way. I'm 18, I'm moving out. It has to stop. The cycle has to stop. Let's stop the cycle of poverty. Stop it. Babies, just because they have labeled you an adult doesn't mean that you should engage in grown folks' things. It can ruin your life. Stay home. Stay home. Parents, let your babies stay home as long as they are doing something to become productive citizens. Keepers of the village. Keepers of the village. Our ancestors saw our future and they believed that we were the promise. Start looking at the babies in that same manner. Start looking at the children like that. They're not perfect because we're not perfect. But that's where communication comes in. And I'm going to do a video about communication right after this one. So yes, I will be wearing the same beautiful scarf. Oh, speaking of my scarf, well, yeah, I might as well plug it. I might as well plug it, y'all. Because it's good news. Went to my doctor on yesterday. He said that I'm healing. And he says, your hair grows really fast. And I go, huh? He says, it's been a week and your hair's coming back really fast. He said, your hair must grow fast. I said, yeah, I like to cut it off and then it comes back. But yeah, and then he gave me awesome news, you guys. My LDL was high. I know y'all ain't here for this, but my LDL was high and I had other things going on. But my walking, my goals to make those steps, I started with a mile, then 2 miles, then 3, then 5. I got up to 10. So my goals were to get my health in check. Guess what? He looked at my my lipid panels and different things yesterday. And he said to me, he said, how did you do it? I said, do what? He said, how did you come up with perfect numbers? I said, hey, I got pat and I got turn it and I got to patent and turn it. Okay? Who's an intuition. Please take away something that I'm telling you today. And if you've made mistakes, correct them. Correct them. It's never too late. So I hope that I taught you something that you can grow from. Remember to throw up that 12 noon positive energy and love somebody. But most importantly, love yourself. I love you guys. Happy Tuesday. Peace.